Afternoon, everybody. This is another week at Wizards Warehouse Wednesday, and we left last week talking about all the alters that I ran through the years, and this week we're going to talk about the start of our series of funny cars. Back in 1982, when I decided to start running a funny car, I started looking for bodies and stuff, and I'd called out to California and called this company called Janco, and come to find out over the years, Bruce Iverson turned out to be a real good friend of mine for a number of years. Well, he was telling me that he did make the bodies, and he had all kind of them because Ken Cox actually laid up all the molds, and he had several. But he said, let me tell you about a car that I've got that's finished as far as chassis. It's a roller, and he said it's got a 82 Omni body on it, and he said, I'm going to sell it. And I said, oh, you are? He said, yeah. He said, he described it to me and told me it had what kind of suspension it had and what kind of rear end was under it. And it had some A-arms on the front of it, torsion bars. Instead of A-arms, they were torsion bars. And that kind of interested me quite a bit. And I said, well, after the discussion went on, I said, well, I'm going to fly out there and look at this thing. And so I got on a plane and flew to California and went out to Bruce's place and saw the car and just loved it. And it was exactly what I was looking for without all the hassle. And so I bought a complete roller. It was chassis, rear end, and body, and brought it all the way back to Arkansas and started putting it together. And after, let's see, that was probably in the fall of '82, and by the spring of '83, it's actually '82, we went to the Cajuns, and that was the first official race for the Wizard 1982 Omni, Dodge Omni. And so we went to the Cajuns, and we had some luck. We had some luck down there. We qualified okay, and then it started picking up, and we ran pretty good. This was the car right here, and then it's showing it doing a burnout, and that's the Cajuns in '82, and this is it going down track. And that particular race, we were fortunate enough to win. We won 2 races in 3 years at the Cajuns. '82, we went down there in '82, '83, and '84, and we won at '82, and we won at '84. And this was the trophy in '82, and we also, while we were down there, we won Best Appearing Crew, and that was that trophy. And on top of that, we got put on the front of National Dragster, which is right here. We won the Cajun Nationals in '82 and '84, and Dave Sebring drove the car in '84 when we won that year. And like I say, we had a good outing. We had a lot of luck that year, starting out the year. And then after that, we went to Kansas International Raceway. And I forgot to tell you, in the final of the '82 year, we beat Bergens and Leslie. And then in '84, Sebring raced Bob Newberry in the final, and we beat him. And then a couple weeks later, we went to Kansas International Raceway, and we had some luck there too. We were racing Vern Motes in the final, and we beat him that weekend. And so we thought we were doing pretty well to start out as a new team. And so we went on from there and had, and when we were at the Cajuns, here's another Best Appearing Crew in '83, which we didn't win that race that year. We did okay, but we didn't win it. And then in '84, we won this one. Dave Sebring was driving the car. Handsome man, isn't he? Handsome guy. Everybody knows who Dave Sebring is. the world famous Dave Sebring. And between all this, we entered in a lot of car shows and stuff. And as you can see, we were on display at a lot of places. And we've got other kind of trophies for best appearing car in the show and all this kind of stuff. But we were really proud of the car. And let me tell you about this car got painted. My wife and I were at Indy in '81, and we were in the stock pits driving around and looking at cars and stuff. And I said, you know, when I build this funny car, this car right here that we're looking at is beautiful. And if I find out who painted that car, if there's a road to his house, we're fixing to have our funny car painted by this guy right here. Well, TNT Paint in Allsup, Illinois was on the car, and I looked up TNT in Allsup, and I talked to a man by the name of Louis Trench, and we got together, and I took the car body up there, and he painted it, and that's what it turned out to be, such a beautiful car, and why it was an award-winning car, because of Louis Trench. And he painted a whole bunch of our cars. He painted probably every one of them but one. And we'd make trips from Arkansas to Allsup, Illinois, and have him paint them, and they all look beautiful. And so I gotta give him a shout out for all the good work he did for all our funny cars. And that was the beginning of our Omnis. And next program, we're going to start talking about the other cars in the series of Wizard Funny Cars. But we're leaving the '82 Omni now, and next time we'll be talking about the later progressions of the cars. Today we're going to show you a few parts that are unique to Wizard's Warehouse, and if you have a hard time finding them, you can find them here and call us. We're starting out with and some of you chassis builders that are building new cars, or individuals that got a center steer car, funny car altered, you can call here and buy a complete steering sector. We've got this, I'm overstocked, and I've got 2 to sell. And this week I'm going to sell them for $4.95 a piece, and they're all billet, they're all brand new, and it's a heck of a deal. Only got 2 to sell. And this one right here is a quick disconnect on the back of your Lenco transmission. You replace the back of your transmission with this piece right here, and then it's quick release, just like this, comes apart. This comes off so you can get to your all your joints and unions and all the parts to take your drive shaft out. These are the parts right here that you need. This bolt's on the back of the transmission. This slides over, and this is the quick release clamp that hooks it all together, just like that. We also have a full line of Leahy and FIE top dead center and crank trigger pickups in 90° and straight. We've got those, and then we've got a couple of versions of valve straighteners. You can see this right here. You mount it in a vise. You index your dial indicator against the bottom of the valve, and then you twirl the valve and find out where it's bent. You can take out about 10 thousandths worth of bend, and you still got a good seat on the valve. And you use this tool right here to put it on the end of the valve and crank down on it and twist it wherever you need to bend it, twist it, whatever you need to do to get the valve to go straight around your dial indicator. And we've got a couple of versions. This is the compact one, and then we've got one that mounts in your shop in a vise, basically the same principle, but you can look on our website and see the 2 different ones if you like, and they're pretty unique and pretty handy and save you money because you can straighten out valves, particularly exhaust valves. They're the ones that always get twisted and torqued, and you can straighten them out as well. This is what we're going to show this week. Join us next week. Tell your friends to look. We'll continue on with our series of different Wizard funny cars, and we'll go from there and share it with all your friends. Tell them about when it is. It's going to be on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock, and have them tune in. Thank you very much for this week. Tom Akers signing off.